Good day, guys. Good day to everybody. Welcome back to the Formula Sports channel. Thanks for being here. In this particular video, we will be looking at Reggae Boyz who need a transfer move before the window closes. You guys know that the closing date for the summer transfer window is fast approaching, and there are quite a number of Reggae Boyz who desperately need a move before the window closes, right? First up, we're talking Everton winger Demarai Gray, the Everton outcast, the exiled Demarai Gray. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Demarai Gray has had a rocky last couple of months at Everton, heavily linked with other football clubs. He has not featured for Everton since the start of the season, and as a matter of fact, last checked, Demarai Gray had not even trained with the Everton first team since the start of the season, according to his manager Sean Dyche. He is, quote, not ready. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Demarai Gray, according to Sean Dyche, is not ready to train with the Everton team. He has been rumored to have agreed personal terms with Fulham. However, that has yet to get over the line. He has also had an offer from Saudi Arabia that has been accepted by Everton. However, that deal has also not been made on the part of Demarai Gray. And when you look at the fact that Everton has brought in new wingers, additional wingers, it's seemingly going to be a very difficult season for Demarai Gray. If he stays at Everton, he needs a move ASAP. Up next, another exiled player, Jamal Lowe. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Jamal Lowe, who is at English Premier League club Bournemouth. He desperately needs a move, ladies and gentlemen. Game time is going to be exceptionally difficult to come by for Jamal Lowe. Reports out of England are stating that the 29-year-old is tipped to leave Bournemouth before the end of the season. Didn't get a lot of games, barely got game time for them last season, and is seemingly not going to get much game time for them this season either. Up next, Shamar Boza Nicholson. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Boza needs a move as well. He has not made a match day squad since the start of the season for Spartak Moscow, and when you understand the respective variables at play, you can understand why he has been pushed down the pecking order. He desperately needs a move from Spartak Moscow. The second half of last season in Russia, he didn't get a lot of game time with them, and game time is going to be exceptionally difficult for Boza to get this season for Spartak Moscow. He has been heavily linked with a move to Watford. Hopefully that deal gets done before the transfer window closes and Boza can get some playing time this season. Up next, another top flight exiled reggae boy, Junior Flemings, hasn't featured for Toulouse since the start of the season, hasn't even made a match day squad. He was on loan last season in League 2, his French second tier. Junior Flemings has a handful of appearances for Toulouse, ladies and gentlemen, and that came in the second tier. With them being in the first tier right now, game time is going to be even harder for him to come by. He needs a move and he needs one ASAP. Seen. Up next, yet another exile reggae boy, but this time on the other side of the Atlantic, Ravel Morrison. Ladies and gentlemen, at the beginning of the MLS season, Ravel Morrison was left out of Wayne Rooney's DC United squad in the MLS. I mean, not only has he not featured for DC United since the start of the season, it is impossible for him to feature because he was not listed as being a part of the squad. Wayne Rooney, one of the reasons he gave was, the whole debacle with the international spot and how little international spots MLS teams have. And clearly there were better players available to DC United in those international spots. So Ravel needs a move and he needs one ASAP. Hopefully he secures one before the transfer window closes. Up next, Justin McMaster. Justin McMaster is a free agent, ladies and gentlemen. And, my understanding is that free agents can sign at any time. within the window, outside of the transfer window, yes, true. But in my humble opinion, the time when football clubs most want to get deals done is within the transfer window. That's when they want to get their business done. That's when they want to sort out whatever they need to sort out. So this is the best time for Justin McMaster to make a move. His need to make a move is probably not as urgent as others on this list, but it is still in his best interest to try and secure interest before the transfer window closes. All right, up next, another young Jamaican footballer, Warner Brown. He was recently in Slovenia, signed a 2-year deal at NS Mura last season in Slovenia's first year. However, he was loaned out to the second tier immediately during the winter transfer window and has subsequently been released. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, so he did not stay for the entirety of his 2-year deal at NS Mura. He's now a free agent, ladies and gentlemen. Again, yes, he can sign at any time, but clubs are most willing to get deals done during the transfer window. Warner Brown would like a move ASAP. Another young Jamaican player, ladies and gentlemen, Nikhil Daly. It is our understanding here that Nikhil Daly is not at Mount Pleasant anymore. He was formerly in North America in the American second and third tier. His stint in North America ended, came back to Jamaica, never really saw the pitch much for Mount Pleasant. And, another young Jamaican footballer who is in need of a transfer move. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Another relatively young reggae boy who needs a transfer move, but for different reasons. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we hear rumors of an impending transfer move, an impending European transfer move with Demarai Phillips. We have heard these rumors through the grapevine, and we would so love for them to come true. We'd love for them to come to fruition. Hopefully, Demarai Phillips gets that big move before the transfer window closes. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Another reggae boy at a different stage in his career, Deva Orgill, the veteran Deva Orgill, is currently a free agent, ladies and gentlemen. He had signed a 1.5-year deal with Bodrumspor earlier this year in the winter transfer window. However, he didn't feature much because of injuries, and Bodrumspor barely missed promotion to the Turkish first tier. Deva Orgill is on the lookout for a new club. Hopefully, he can get that deal done before the transfer window closes. Another free agent, Rolando Aarons, a very talented free agent. Rolando Aarons, formerly now of Huddersfield Town. His deal with Huddersfield Town has ended in this summer transfer window. He was on loan at Motherwell last season in Scotland, however, didn't feature much. Got an injury, a season-ending injury, shortly after he went to Motherwell, and then, his time at Motherwell was cut short. The loan move was ended. For obvious reasons, he couldn't play for them for the rest of the season. So, Rolando Aarons is a very talented boy, but a boy that has really struggled with his injury situation. Hopefully, he can sort out his injury situation, and hopefully, his talent will make him attractive enough to land a deal before the transfer window closes. Up next, a young reggae boy, ladies and gentlemen, former U20 representative Jamari Clark. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, he hasn't played in a while. He was on loan last season at Forest Green Rovers for the second half of the season. However, injuries would have gotten the better of him, and he was ruled out shortly after going to Forest Green Rovers. It is unclear whether he is fit at this time. He has not featured for Reading this season. He has not even made a matchday squad for Reading in the English third tier. I think even if he comes back from injuries and gets fit, I don't see him getting much game time at Reading. Game time for young players is extremely important. I think he's going to need to secure a move away from Reading this season if he's going to get minutes this season. Up next, Martin Davis. Remember Martin Davis? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, had that big season in Europe a couple of seasons ago. However, in recent years, Martin Davis has found the going tough for varying reasons. For starters, he has had issues with injuries and also a drop-off in form as well. And also a legal dispute with his football club in Malta has led to him not playing any football any at all last season, ladies and gentlemen. Martin Davis needs a move ASAP if he's going to get game time this particular season. Martin Davis needs a move. We wish Martin Davis all the best in securing new opportunities. Up next, Kevin Stewart, another injury-plagued reggae boy. Kevin Stewart. This player is so talented, but didn't feature any at all last season for Blackpool. I mean, when you talk about injuries getting the better of a player, this particular player, in my humble opinion, is going to find it very difficult to garner a move that his talent deserves. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, he's going to find it hard to get a move, full stop, because his injury situation is so bad, ladies and gentlemen. I wonder if clubs are going to want to take the risk with this boy, Kevin Stewart. However, he's an extremely talented player. Hopefully, clubs will prefer to look at his talent rather than his fitness record, right? Up next, Liam Moore, another reggae boy that has found game time difficult to come by in recent times. Falling out with his now former club Reading FC, which he was also captain of at one particular stage. Injuries as well, has led to that. He has been heavily linked with moves to the likes of West Bromwich Albion and Sheffield Wednesday. So there is no shortage of interest in this particular player, which is not surprising. Hopefully he can get a move done before the transfer window closes. Up next, Dylan Barnes, ladies and gentlemen. Remember Dylan Barnes, Jamaica's former second choice goalkeeper. Ladies and gentlemen, he hasn't played football in over a year. He was released from Queen's Park Rangers last season in the last summer transfer window. It is not as advisable for him to go into a second season as a free agent, to go into a second season without a football club. He desperately needs a move ASAP. Kemar Lawrence, ladies and gentlemen. Kemar Lawrence needs a move. Shockingly, Kemar Lawrence is a free agent. This is one of the more shocking departures from a football club I've seen involving a reggae boy for some time. He was a starter for Minnesota United this season, and in the middle of the season, his contract was terminated with this football club. Shocking, but given Kemar Lawrence's talent and also his record and his resume, he shouldn't be out for too long. He shouldn't be out of football for too long. Shouldn't be a free agent for too long. I'm sure there are teams that will be lining up to pursue his signature. And finally, Michail Antonio. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, Michail Antonio. I know that this might come as a surprise to some. However, in my humble opinion, if reports of West Ham actively working to bring in another striker are to be believed, Michail Antonio might want to keep one foot out the West Ham door this season, ladies and gentlemen. He has started the season well, and he's also the starter for West Ham now and scoring goals, but West Ham have been looking to move past Michail Antonio for quite a couple of transfer windows now. So Michail Antonio might want to keep one eye on the door out of West Ham, even though if West Ham don't secure a move for another striker to come in this transfer window, it might probably be Michail Antonio's best decision to stay at West Ham for the time being until they find his replacement. So the need for this reggae boy making a move this transfer window all depends on what his club gets up to before the transfer window closes. So ladies and gentlemen, that's the list of reggae boys who in our humble opinion need transfer moves before the transfer window closes. Knock up the likes button, subscribe and share, ladies and gentlemen. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this list. These are all free and easy ways to support the Formula Sports channel. Take care guys, stay safe, and until next time.